Hi and welcome to today's episode of In The Gluten-free Pantry. So today we're still talking about gluten-free flours, and I mean there's just so many of them out there that you can choose from, and we're going to talk about a really popular one that I don't actually particularly like very much. So without further ado, today we're talking about coconut flour. Now coconut flour is really popular. Coconut in general is really popular anyway in the gluten and dairy-free circles. It's been made, I think it's really sort of got its glitz and glamour from the paleo movement. I mean, it is really good for you. It's got some great fats in there. But to be honest, I found when we first went gluten and dairy free, I just felt like we were just saturated in coconut. Like everything tasted of coconut, because all of a sudden you're using things like coconut oil and coconut flour and coconut milk and all these sorts of things. So I just felt like everything tasted like coconut, and I don't mind it, but it's, you know, yeah, it's one of those things. I don't mind it occasionally with a bit of chocolate if you want that sort of bounty flavour or coconut rough flavour, or if you're going for something a bit exotic and you want to mix it with pineapple or with banana in a cake for a real tropical feel for summer. But I don't want everything to taste of coconut. And the other thing that I'm not really massively a fan of with the coconut flour is the texture. So it doesn't matter how fine the flour is, you always end up with a bit of a grainy texture to whatever it is that you're making. So if you bake a cake, it's got a fine, you don't get that nice fine cake crumb, it's still got that texture of coconut in it. Like if you're having, for example, a little bit of desiccated coconut in there, it's obviously finer than that, but you still get that kind of grittiness to your baking. So hi Kelly, great to see you here. And so I'm not really huge on that, and the other thing is it's actually really tricky to bake with. So it really absorbs a lot more liquid. So when you're using coconut flour in your baking, you do have to add a lot more liquid. So if you're using like an alternative milk, or if it's got oil or water or something like that, you need to really muck around with the ratios. So probably not my choice for substituting in a recipe, because you can't substitute it one for one from a regular cake recipe. But if you've got a recipe there and it says to use coconut flour, then by all means someone else has already done the hard work for you, so just go ahead and use it. But if you do like the taste of coconut, it's great. I mean, it's beautiful in banana cakes, which is pretty much the only thing I use it for. Yeah, it does a beautiful banana cake, but again, don't use it if you don't want the end product to taste like coconut, and also if you want that really nice fine delicate cake crumb, because you just won't get it with the coconut flour. So that's it for today's episode. Another handy ingredient to have in your gluten-free pantry. Make sure you come back tomorrow where we talk about another gluten-free flour, and I promise it'll be one that I like more, and I'll sing its praises for you. And in the meantime, if you're looking for some recipes to use all of these things, head on over to the website at fussfreeglutenfree.com, and you can pick up a free copy of my breakfast cookbook there. It's got like 2 whole weeks of beautiful recipes to start your day, everything from savoury treats to sweet treats. So make sure you check that out, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!